Alright. So, happy Friday, everybody. As long as we're online, which it looks like we are. Decided to play some Legacy today, as I mentioned in some of the previous leagues. Modern is really kind of grinding on me a little bit, so I'm going to try to keep prepping for the RBTQ a little bit, but also just still playing Legacy. I can't just do a full month of jamming Modern without going insane. So we're gonna play the good format instead. There are a couple tweaks that I wanted to make as I update my my deck list here. A couple of iterations that I had been talking with people about, and I know Phil talked about at length earlier this week. I kind of wanted to try some different things. So first, let's make sure Cardboard Live is working. Cardboard Live doesn't like saving my token for some reason, like where it ties my Cardboard Live account to my Twitch account. Save the token. Play Death and Taxes, and now hopefully it's there. I'll figure it out. But anyway, as Phil mentioned, I think the one thing that resonated with me most, I'm just gonna add this right now while I'm doing other things, is like shaving down on Mother of Runes, which seems kind of crazy, but there are no sacred cows in this deck. So I kind of want to make a couple changes that I thought I kind of liked from what Phil was talking about, which is cut a Mother of Runes and finally play this 24th land that I've been avoiding for a really long time. There also is an argument for playing like another Mirren Crusader instead, but like whacking out the curve seems kind of weird. I don't know like how good like playing the 24th land is, or like playing the second Crusader, or a couple other minor tweaks. Please play 27 lands. I'm not that insane. Like I think it was kind of a bane for who is it? Was it Alan Wu that said it? I know it was someone on did super well with PT, but I forget if it was actually Alan Wu that said it. Like I really regret that he said that because it just is not right. Don't play 27 lands in your D&T decks. Like Recruit of the Guard is so insane. Being able to play like, am I playing 6-1 of still? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I miscount one? I thought I was playing 6 before. But whatever. Playing just like a million one-ofs in your deck, you just give access to so many toolboxy things. And playing a bunch of lands, you have to cut down on a lot of like the random stuff in your deck, and like it's just not right. Don't play 27 lands. I would not play 27 lands in this deck unless you paid me to do it. What's up, Kogan? I've been pretty good. Hey, Henny. What's up, Lasco? I do also love this deck, which is why we're playing this instead of Modern, because I like could not play Modern for 4 straight streams without going insane. Also, the other change I wanted to make is I'm just like cutting this clunky Mirren Crusader I was playing on the sideboard. I'm just playing a third Cataclysm. I'm like trimming down on a lot of like the Delver hate cards, so you're softer against those matchups, but like third Cat is really good against Miracles and Grixis, so I don't know. I still feel like I should be respecting the Delver matchup more. In fact, like 2 of my losses, I think. 2 of my losses at Eternal Weekend were Grixis Delver. So I don't feel like this is the correct configuration, but we're kind of like throwing caution to the wind, trying out some tweaks. Also, I see a lot of like no one plays Delver online for some reason. For one reason or another, everyone loves their like slow control decks or their combo decks. Cardboard Live is working, it looks like. Cool. So yeah, those are the things I want to do. Shaving the Mom might not be right either. Like, Mom's still really good in a lot of matchups, but you do border out against, like, Miracles nowadays, and, like, Eldrazi, and most of the... It's, like, fine against combo, but, like, drawing multiple runes is pretty useless. Not playing Cavern because of Cataclysm. I'm not playing Cavern because, like, don't play Cavern either. If I was playing a 24th land, which I guess I am now, it's to be, like, a Factory or a Horizon Canopy, just to, like, cantrip late game, or like have an additional threat. I don't think Cavern Souls is worth it at all right now. I'm like pro wrestling summoner pro magic. You can never tell when people are overblowing things due to bias or if someone's actually cheating or being unsafe. Yeah, I suppose you're not incorrect. Especially with like a lot of like the Twitter stuff blowing up. A lot of it is very big and very important. I'm glad people are talking about it, but I do hate some of the witch hunts that happen. To like, oh, this one guy on Twitch forgot that he already played his land in like round 10 of this tournament where they're all exhausted and like, yeah, sometimes you forget like you played your land for a turn. And, like people try to witch hunt people for cheating when it's like just exhausting to play Magic for that long, and sometimes you fuck up. But it is good that the people that should get. Oh, there is my sixth one of my Frix or my Walking Ballista's hiding back here. Figured it out. So there are 6 one-ofs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, enough yammering about the deck. There's like not a lot that's changed. It's mostly the same thing. I don't even know if I'm going to stick with any of these changes that I've made, so we'll just play some Legacy because I enjoy playing this format. Oh yeah, it's hard to tell. Like I tend to err on like not trusting people that are being accused of cheating though, which is probably for the best because you definitely. I mean, it's kind of tough, but I guess it's more of a case by case thing. I tend to try to ignore it if it's like I don't know. Not ignoring it is bad. I'm not wording myself very well. Just kind of stay out of the drama, you know. Oh yeah, I did hear about like the weird draft choice stuff. I was reading about that a little bit. All right. I guess this hand's fine. I don't like a lot of mana now to pair with our Aether Vial. We're on the play. Happy against playing against like everything but Sneak with this hand. Why don't I just F6'd? I wonder if they're not playing a blue deck. Or if they're just lazy like me. Yep, alright, not playing a blue deck. Imagine Maverick with that. Could technically be Death and Taxes. I don't think it changes my turn 2 play. Although I'm really tempted to Wasteland this Horizon Canopy, so maybe. I guess I could just port it. Does essentially the same thing. Yeah, let's just port it. Next turn we can Wasteland it if they play another land. Leading on Horizon Canopy means they either don't have any more white sources or just straight up don't have any more lands. If they're Death and Taxes, then they could just be playing it because their hand is filled with like Rashadan Ports and Wastelands. If they're like Maverick or something, then it might just be their only white source. Okay, it looks more like Maverick. Man, that's kind of rude. Because we can like Wasteland Port, but they still have access to a little bit of mana here. So we draw like Revoker. Nope. This would be bad for Zen Takahashi, because the attempt explaining away his choices were not doing him or Jeremy any favors. Yeah, I didn't read too much into it. Alright, so hopefully we can manage to deny the crap out of my opponent here. Confused on like their choice of like land drops on the first couple of turns here. So they knew I was on Death and Taxes, so what was their intent behind leading with Canopy? They either drew Foothills for turn or drew Hierarch for turn. Either way, I feel like you'd want to play the Hierarch before. Maybe not. This Cradle is making it very annoying to try to manage it on my opponent. Greensun for 2. Sure. You got like a Quasali for the slow hit on the Aether Vial? Yeah. the old Stoneforge Mystic. So this will make them also think twice about popping the Quasali on the Vial, and I don't necessarily have to put in the GT anytime soon. I can also just use Flickerus to save whatever. Take this up to 3. Yeah. I saw a little bit of it, but I didn't, like... I think it was, like, early in the morning or something. Alright, so we're gonna port the Cradle. If they, like, use the Cradle to pop my Vial... I think we're just gonna... Okay, so they are just gonna save it for the GT now. Interesting. At least didn't bring someone's nose, give them a concussion. That's fair. Magic's not that hardcore, typically. A lot of hierarchs. Attack for like 1,000,000 here. It's kind of scary. Tempted to block with Stoneforge and flicker it, but I kind of like my GT. I'm actually supposed to do that. Do it like a sword too. Yeah, 5's a lot of damage. This could be bad if they have like a removal spell for the Stoneforge. Deal. You do them with the first DCI ban ever. I do not. Did it involve breaking someone's nose and or giving them a concussion? Alright, so my opponent has 3 cards in hand. Grab the old Sophie. Let's just like draw another 3 here. That'd be lovely. Nice. It's a good 3. Involved. Beating the living crap out of a judge. That is pretty intense. So my opponent has like 4 mana here plus a Cradle, so I don't think porting the Cradle is what I want to be doing anymore. I think we're good just like casting Remorseful Cleric, using this Vial to put it in like as more subpar equipment, like sort of Fire and Ice, to try to force the Quasali activation. And then unloading our GTA after. Attacking here is pretty free. Get blown out by exactly Scrib Sprite. Probably, I honestly not. Fuck it. I have like 1 Scrib Sprite in the deck. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. I feel like an idiot not putting this Cradle on my opponent, like Windmill Slam, shall I? Think you take a look at my list later? Yeah, sure. You can like message it to me or something. Alright, sure, basic plans. So I do feel a little nervous giving them this Cradle. But Maverick can, with 4 mana, can already like Green Sun for 3, which hits like everything in their deck. Yeah, we're gonna let them have their Cradle. Does let them like cast multiple spells, obviously. They do have 4 cards in hand, but I think I do want to take this Quasali off of the table. Bayou. Okay, they're Black Splash. So we gotta play around Zealous post board. This time we're just taking 5. whatever. Probably just gonna recruit for a Wisp. What are they gonna do now? You have a 1,000,000 mana, opponent. Wow, they're just gonna pop the file when I have 2 equipment in hand? This seems super aggressive. I don't know what their plan is, but I'm just gonna go grab Wisps. Much worse at sorcery speed, but ooh, Ballista's actually kind of tempting. Ballista down like Moms and Hierarchs. We can like already GTA those down though as the board sits, so. I don't know what encouraged this line of play. Curious what the other 3 cards in my opponent's hand are, unless one of them is like a Raise Dead for this Quasali Pride Mage. I'm gonna be supremely confused with this line. It is a Raise Dead for the Quasali Pride Mage. This makes more sense. I mean, we can just Remorseful Cleric it, though. Okay, so this resolves. Return target from the graveyard to the battlefield. Alright. No, you can't have that Quasali back, opponent. I'm sure if my opponent thought that line through completely. Coder, that's a 2/2. Alright, so if they don't have exactly Plow as the last card, they're just super dead. Yeah, they just literally concede. Yeah. I think that game is just over on the spot. Alright, yeah, that line, not the best from the opponent. Played into onboard tricks, but works out. So Maverick sideboarding. Looks like this. Cutting Prelate, all the Thalias, like Spirit Keeper. Good chance I want Containment Priest. I like vaguely like Containment Priest in this matchup because unlike the Mirror, you can't get really punished for having your own Priest in play. I feel a cat on my back. Oh man, there she is. And you can like turn off their Green Sun Zeniths and stuff. Is there a worse card in my deck, I suppose is the question. Like, maybe not? All these cards are pretty good. I could shape down like on the land. Mishra's Factory helps attacking through connecting with equipment through Moms. Could cut down on a Caracas, just seeing how useless they are in this matchup. I feel like as a 24 land deck, you want to be sideboarding out a land a certain percentage of the time. But I'm in unfamiliar territory as to like what percentage that is. I think in this matchup, you kind of just could see just cutting a Caracas for a Containment Priest here. This looks pretty fine. This hand is not what I want to keep. It's close. Definitely keep this on 2 lands. You can't chew that, cat. Hang on. Oh, this is a decent hand. Cat chewing on garbage. Alright, handstand's okay. I mean, it's obviously not great, but double wasteland might do something. I definitely want that. It's a good one to keep. So leading with Mom is kind of scary. Lead with... Because all their one-drops are not things I want to see. Mana Dorks are scary, Mother Runes are scary. Alright, yeah, see, this time they led with, like, Noble into the Mom. I have to believe they, like, drew the Noble on turn 2 last game, but then why did they lead with the Canopy instead of the Foothills? I don't know. So we can't Wasteland here, obviously, so we're just gonna cast a Stoneforge unless we draw something better. Ooh. Kind of like leaving a Priest here, although it's really awkward with my Aether Vial in the future. But I could definitely see my opponent green sunning next turn. They had access to 3 mana, which is not enough to green sun for like their big guys yet. So I kind of love just going land go here. I'm not going to necessarily just flash in Priest end of turn if they don't make me use it. Excuse. Cat, what are you doing? Ugh. Sorry about that, stupid cat. Why is Scavenging still even in their deck? Is it good in this matchup? Resolves. That's fine. Alright, so here we have Violent Mom. I think we're going to Wasteland, play a land pass. Or does that be Wasteland, cast Stoneforge, actually? Go get GT. We don't have a good way to get through this Mom yet, but... I'd also love to turn them off of black mana so I don't get, like, Zell's persecuted out of this game. This telegraphs that we have another 2, but it doesn't really telegraph what the 2 is. Guess my opponent could probably read Containment Priest if they really looked into it. Like, I left 2 of mana up last turn, now I'm leaving a Vial up on 2, even though I just cast a 2-drop. Unless I just top-decked the Stoneforge Mystic. I hear the cat doing something shitty in the other room again. She just, as soon as I start streaming, she's like, alright, time to be a little terror. Another Bayou's not great. I really don't want to see a Zell's Persecution. At least we don't have, like, too many X ones right now. Well, that's not good. My opponent is... At least they can't equip the GTA this turn. They couldn't, like, play and equip it and get me. But we also can't beat it right now. Because they have a Mom. I guess I should block with the Stoneforge, though. So they have to either plow the tapped Mom or the Stoneforge here. They didn't plow. My reason there is they didn't plow it last turn on end step, and they have like one card in their hand that isn't this GT. I'm like pretty confident they don't have a Swords of Plowshares. I think we are going to put in this Container Priest now. It does turn off our Vial, though. Maybe not. Yeah, we're not. We're going to be leaving him 2 mana anyway. Also, I think we're going to just die unless we draw something important real soon. That's not gonna do it. My opponent has 4 mana, so I think we're just dead. My opponent's just gonna connect with GT and then we'll lose. Make them have it, I guess. They also might not go for it. We have a Vial on 3, but not good odds. Feels like our hand just kind of didn't pan out versus our opponents here. No, they didn't go for it. I'm not very confused. Unfortunately, we still can't connect with RGT. And I assume they're holding up some answer for it. Like a disenchant effect or something. If we draw, like, Revoker... No, we can't even do that. We need to draw, like, Flicker Wisp to make sure that they can't GT me for, like, 1 turn. Recruiter, huh? I could recruit a Revoker and just turn off both GTs. Because I don't think my bluffing is going to last me very long. I think my opponent's just going to put in the GTA end step here and then go for it, since it doesn't like require them committing the whole turn next time. Although, if we're going to do that, I'm going to wasteland this Bayou first. Because I don't want to get my my Roker Zealous. What's up, Aishnaz? Do you have something to report, or are you just coming into my chat? Don't really have anything else that could easily prevent. I guess I could actually cast Recruiter and just actually two-drop a Wisp, but that also plays into their Zealous Persecution here. So I think we're gonna do the latter play. That does leave us soft to like just top decking wars, but I think I'm fine with that. I'll be late there, the Joint Department heavier. Alright, that's fine. Yeah. The Soul Read here. And by Soul Read, I mean like the pretty obvious thing that they were holding up. I don't know. Green, why not? So now we vial in our Recruiter. Excuse my language, hella cool. Could also grab a Ballista. No, Ballista's not good. I think we're just going in on this Revoker and hoping my opponent can't kill it with the last card in their hand. Notably, I guess we could equip our Revoker with the Sword of Fire and Ice after we revoke this GT. Yeah, that's fair. Boom, as was Jite, which is obviously awkward. I have one in play as well. If I had the foresight to like draw a Recruiter, I might have put in the sword first, but I think just having Jite in play is more important. Like if I had drawn Flicker Wisp, I'd rather have a Jite. Nobly this Containment Priest, much worse than a Caracas right now. Would love to have another land. But 2's pretty good unless my opponent wastelands me. Of course, this is going to be their Green Sun Zenith turn. The one turn I'd like don't leave up Containment Priest in the past like 4 turns of the game. It's like, alright, time to Green Sun Zenith. Oh, they have another Black Source. Alright, interesting. I wasn't sure how many Black Sources the Black Maverick decks played. But if the last card is another Zealous, or just like a removal spell of any sort, we're pretty boned. Reclamation Sage, or, I mean, nice Knight Bottom. My opponent's just gonna fetch black mana and not do anything. That seems a little sketch, considering I can just have another Wasteland. It's definitely a big clock. We need to do something. We can chump block a couple times. I fucking knew it. God damn it. The one turn I don't have Containment Priest up is just, oh, time to have this Green Sun Zenith. God damn it. They could have gotten an extra damage if they just done that pre-combat. I don't know why they didn't. But okay. Oh hey, this Containment Priest is suddenly a lot worse as a Caracas. I do think we're just dead now, though. Containment Priest would have been so good there too, but we did need to tap out that turn. We were kind of priced into it. Alright, yep. Opponent just eating my lands, that's fine. Opponent really hates my lands, and also having mana, I guess. I guess they're trying to play around me Flicker Wisping the Revoker, but it was an end step, so that doesn't matter. They're just not equipping this Jite. This is good. This is very good for me. Don't really know what their plan is, but because their plan is to just beat me to death with a Recruiter of the Guard instead. I think we do have to block here, because my opponent is like one creature away from lethaling me with like just Mom Activate. Notably, it does feed the... Actually, let's block with Stoneforge. Yeah, they are playing way too conservative. They're so far ahead, and they are just like letting me possibly draw out of it by playing so conservatively. We were dead like 3-ish turns ago, but because they've just decided to never equip this Jite. Like, aggressively playing around these Aether Vials. I'm just going to leave the Containment Priest in hand, notably because it just doesn't do anything that if it's in play, and this vial's just always going to be on 2. Well, not a good draw. We're still hosed here because my opponent can eventually, like, be forced to pop the Quasali on the Revoker if I equip it with the sword. And if I equip the Recruiter with the sword, they can just block it with the Mom. So my plan doesn't work out very well. Unfortunately, Sword of Fire and Ice does not give pro Quasali Pride Mage. If I had a 4th land, I could actually, like, Oh no, they can just pop it in combat, so I can't force them to pop it, and then we can do something somewhere. They gonna murder my Revoker yet? Because they definitely should have just gone for it last turn. I think. Yeah. Now I have Flicker Wisp, I actually get to like crush them, but I don't have Flicker Wisp, so we are in fact dead. It almost worked out. Why tap the Canopy? I'm so confused. Opponent making very weird plays. Opponent just like going for the throw here. I mean, I guess that is the valid line. Yeah, we are just dead. I'm gonna concede. We were supposed to be dead much earlier than that, but my opponent did not just go for it, which I felt like is very wrong. Other news, I'm just gonna ship it again. Hand didn't exactly pan out, but we were actually close to maneuvering into a win. Opponent gave us a couple outs there by like very aggressively not trying to attack with their GT. Yeah, I think they needed a much more proactive play in that game. I don't know what they were playing around in terms of like things they could lose to. Like they were safe even if I had Flicker Wisp. Like their worst case is what Flicker Wisp their guy. They don't get the GT connection, but they've blown up my thing, so I get to equip the GT and attack with Wisp, and then they can still like beat it because they have creatures that are bigger than 2 toughness. And their line let me like draw towards a lot more answers for whatever they were doing. Like we had 2 Council Judgments that if we just draw, we get to take the GT off the table completely. They just like fetched for the 3rd black mana and never used it. Instead of just like leaving a fetch in play. So I was like, oh, if I draw Wasteland, I can just take them off of ever casting Zealous again. There is a kitty. Oh, now she's in my lap. So you can't really see her. Unless there's the other cat behind me. It doesn't look like she is. Looks like she slicked off somewhere. Alright, I would love to play first. Not a vile hand, but a very good hand. We have like 1 and a 2 and a 3. Our 2's a little awkward, but they have a lot of things that I'd love to name on turn 2. Like if they play a Mana Dork, or just like, blind naming GT is a little bit loose, but not unreasonable. This hand does play into Zealous Persecution incredibly hard, though. The one thing I don't like. I'd love to just name Noble Hierarch, though. Yes. Ooh. Alright, so please... They can't Zealous me yet, but they definitely have time. Maybe this was with a Caracas, so they like fetched a non-basic. I wanted to protect the 2nd white source from their wastelands. Yeah, we're just gonna Council Judgment that. That's scary as shit. I don't want them to have a Sylvan Library. They can fuck right off with that. So now they have a wasteland, but I think, yeah, we're aggressively taking their mana. Now we just need to, like, please God draw a land for this Palace Jailer. Damn it. Now I get a Knight activation, which is very scary. Could flip the Revoker to Knight of the Reliquary, but that's probably loose. And not drawing the 4th land there. I was gonna feel really bad if I drew the Katema Priest. That should be like a land, even if it was Karakas. Karakas would have been great here. Just fucking jailer the shit out of this Knight. It's wrong to feel extremely jealous when an opponent resolves the library trigger. No, that's totally valid. Library is a super busted card, and I wish you could play it in a deck like D&T. Cataclysm not good in this match? No, they have like a lot of like individually good threats. Like, there are just a lot of more states where you don't want to cast a Cataclysm. What do you want, Cat? Guess we're just gonna stop. Oh man, they're gonna like double Wasteland me, we're just gonna lose. Like, Wasteland, Knight, Wasteland, just crush me. What can I recruit for to make this less bad? Nothing. Ballista doesn't do jack. Mirren Crusader, but we're just never gonna cast it. Relic Order, eh. I guess it's just Stoneforge and Pray. If they leave Knight plus anything good, it's gonna feel, yeah, like Cataclysm doesn't make their Knight just huge. So if my opponent picks up on the missed land drop, I feel like just Wasteland, Knight, Wasteland here has like no downside, yeah. Unless they don't have more lands, and then it's like 1 land versus 1 land. In which case, maybe it's not right, but they also have a Knight, so. Notably, our entire board dies horribly to a Zealous Persecution as well. Double Wasteland and get a Cradle. Yeah, that makes sense. They are cutting the most cells off of white mana. If they don't, obviously, if they don't have that land. If they do have another land, we're just like very dead unless we draw some running plains, because they get to like Knight Wasteland me out of this game. This game came down to like drawing land 4 pretty hard. All right, you can climb up there, I guess, Cat. Oh, you're just gonna sit there. All right, cool. This is definitely not uncomfortable at all, Cat. You can just, yep, stay right there on my shoulder. Yeah, it's just like float mana Knight. Oh, green sun for 0. Also is bad because my opponent can then Knight and now has more mana to work with. She is a sweetie. She loves attention. She probably is also kind of. She's not that cold. If she's cold, she'll go under the blankets. Oh god, stop chewing on my glasses. And also, how is this comfortable for you or me? Your back feet are hanging off of me. Oh, nice. They just didn't go for another Wasteland. They just played a useless Scavenger Games fucking deal. I can't support your butt and play Magic at the same time. Oh, yep, there you go. Alright, well that's something, at least. I don't think I want to play Stoneforge. My opponent is eventually going to Wasteland me. Cat Comfort is impossible to understand. That's the truest statement I've heard. Cat, what are you doing? Cat, what are you doing? Alright, I would love to continue to not get Wasteland. Zealous Persecution. The cat has taken over my stream. Is the cat stream now? Oh, shit. That's not good. Blow up my vial, and then are they going to Wasteland me? Because I feel like that's got to be the good play. Stop chewing on my buttons. Just appreciating the beard. Still calling her cat. Her name is Dog. That one's cat. I mean, she is a cat, though. I call them both cat. You know, she does love it when I don't... stop looking at my face. She does love it when I don't shave. She loves rubbing her face on my beard. I do need to shave, though. Contrary to this thing's desires. Oh, Gaia's Cradle. That's pretty good, too. I don't know why my opponent isn't just fucking, like, wastelanding me into next week. But I'll appreciate any chance my opponent's giving me to win these games. Oh, we're going to the other shoulder now. Okay, I see. She is. She loves scratching herself on my beard. Ramanap. Oh, my opponent's just going to Ramanap wasteland me? That's pretty good. That's much better than knighting for a wasteland. Yeah, I'm going to declare this game over. We're incredible. It's amazing how, like, different this game would have been if we'd drawn our 4th land. We just, like, kill this knight, and we have 3 lands forever, and we just get to, like, dumpster our opponent pretty hard. Why is my opponent not wastelanding me? What are you doing? I mean, we're still dead. We're still never winning this game. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, dog? Stop licking me. I hate not drawing line 24 lines on the 24 line. We did board out a land notably, but we haven't drawn the card that would be a land either. So it's defensible. Yeah, opponent's playing extremely defensively. Like, just when you're Maverick, don't bite me. You're Maverick and you have a knight and your opponent's just missing land drops. Just fucking wasteland me into next week, dude. If I just like keep leaving up this wasteland, my opponent won't wasteland me because they'll be like, oh, then I'll wasteland my cradle and that's bad value. We're pretty fucked here though. Can't really grab anything that makes us unfucked. We're just gonna grab GT. Hopefully, like, understands how to BM. This may be related to. So my opponent's just like BMing me by making suboptimal plays. That seems like not correct, right? Because like they're just giving me outs. Like we had a lot of outs to win because they just like played very suboptimally game 2. And then there's just these like end step fetches for these black sources. Just upkeep fetch, dude. It's not modern. Oh, are we gonna get it finally? My opponent finally realized that he should be wastelanding me. Like 3 turns later. We're obviously already dead, but might be just worthwhile to concede, given the rate at which my opponent's probably actually going to kill me. Gideon, God, people are boarding Gideon in this matchup. Don't understand anything about what this matchup's about. I don't think Gideon is right against Maverick if Gideon's in your sideboard. I'm almost positive Gideon is not right as Maverick. The card is just so lackluster. Yeah, my opponent is like high as balls right now. Just like, I feel like Scavengers is an easy cut in this matchup, right? It's just like a shitty beater, and your deck is all shitty beaters. It doesn't do anything to help you out. It's just a big thing that gains you some life. Can we not bite me, please? Yeah, Ooze, Thalia, Antigua first, guys. That makes a lot of sense. That's what I would agree with. My opponent is taking way too long to kill me. We're out of here. I have better things to do, opponent. There's no way we're winning from this board position. My opponent is just taking a long time to figure that one out. Where's Maverick? We won game 1? Yeah, sounds right. Lost games 2 and 3. I do have a weird record of, like, I have a very good win rate game 1 against Maverick, and then games 2 and 3, it's pretty even. Not good practice to play against someone. I mean, yeah, we're also already dead. Like, the game is over, it's just a matter of, like, my opponent taking another 7 minutes to go through the steps to actually kill me. Rather than just like, oh, I can just alpha here because my opponent's on 2 lands and I have 9 million mana. I think someone with a good understanding of the format would end up on Maverick. Yeah, if they're on like the Black Splash, Zell's Prestige is a very hard card to beat. I played around it decently game 1 though. Or game 2. Got rewarded, still lost. Alright. What are we doing this time? Are you just gonna like hang out here the whole stream, dog? She has changed shoulders, but this is still pretty uncomfortable. She looks pretty comfy to me. That sounds okay. Not great. Double Wisp, no File Hand is a little clunky, but like, turn 2 Thalia, we have like Plow. Playing as like Miracles or Grixis, I guess we're kind of fucked, but on the draw, I think this hand's fine. Especially if they're like a creature deck. We have Plow and GT. Alright, we're Chancellor in the Annex. Oh, this hand's decent against. Well, we're on the draw, so there's like no way we can actually plow a turn 2 Grizzlebrand even. So we're probably pretty dead. We need to like draw Caracas or concede. Oh, they just discarded a Chancellor. Alright, we might be able to beat that. If they don't Thoughtseize me in the next X turns, like, we just land drop, go to 15, land drop, cast Thalia through both triggers, go to 10, we can plow this. If they don't Thoughtseize me, then I think we're good to keep playing on. Ooh, we actually drew Vile. So we can actually just play Vile here. Which means if they don't Thoughtseize me next turn, we actually get to like keep playing a game of Magic. Why not play GTA? We can't play GTA on turn 1. Oh, play GTA instead of the Thalia, the previous line. Yeah, that's a better line, but yeah. Play a thing that gets rid of the Chancellor triggers. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Just wasn't really thinking about this being a 2-drop in our hand. I was just looking at the Thalia. Yeah, GT's way better. Chancellor Annex, the high level, what were they thinking card? Not incorrect. Doc looks like a whole raw chicken from this angle. I can't actually see her very well. Oh, she does. Just strewn with a raw chicken on my shoulder. It's actually hilarious. Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. We just have a raw chicken. Just hanging out. Alright, please don't Thoughtseize me. Opponent really tanking on this attack here. Oh, she's fallen. No, there you go. Please just pass the turn. Don't play a second land either to make this Thalia better. hold up her butt here. It's scooting down slowly. Oh, she's shifting. Don't do it! Don't Thoughtseize me! Damn it! Fuck you, opponent. Trash. God, that like took 4 minutes to figure out to do that. Some tough lines. Alright, so now we like literally can't cast anything. But the opponent already knows what we're on. The jig's already up, so might as well keep playing. We need to top deck like Mom into like 2 lands or something, or draw another Plow, so. So we go to 10 here, draw a land, play Stoneforge, go to 5. No, Batterskull doesn't do it. If we draw a land, no, yeah, it just doesn't do it. Just looking in there for ghosts. Yeah, I don't know what her deal is. She's also just falling a lot. I'm literally just having to hold her up. Flashback looting time, opponent. Can you scoot more, please? Scoot, get your butt up. If you're gonna sit on my shoulder, you can't just sit like this. I can't stream with one hand. It's very difficult. Although against red-black, I probably have enough time to stream with one hand. Also, stop licking me, please. I'll hold up with my left hand at least, the right hand. Can we not play against like the slowest decision-making opponents in the world? My opponent spent 5 minutes on like the most autopilot 3 turns of Reanimator I've ever seen. Oh, turn 1 on the play Chancellor with Chancellor trigger backup. Easy. Alright, so now we need to... We can't draw a 2-drop flyer. We're actually just dead here, right? Oh, we draw Plow, but... Because we can't draw a Remorseful Cleric and a mana to, like, cast it through a Chancellor. We don't have the mana to draw a Wisp. Or to, like, cast a Wisp to block the Chancellor with this Mother in play. So it's actually just like 3 draws to win. Or to survive, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we have all three for 50. We had a pretty good chance of beating like turn 1 Chancellor, but my opponent, we could not beat turn 1 Chancellor plus Thoughtseize. Which is unfortunate, because these draws are the game ones that you can actually steal. A lot of the game ones against Red Black Rainmare, you're just dead. Can you get up on my shoulder, please? Get up there. You are the most inconvenient cat in the world. Thoughtseize me again. Oh yeah, because I just, have this Plow that I haven't cast yet. I was just saving it for when I went to 5. Take the GT. So that's some good BM. Oh, make another chance. Alright, yeah, now we're dead. Hey, we drew the Plow. Wow. We're still dead, because now actually we can't cast it. Damn it! We actually had a shot there. We drew the Plow. Can you get off of me, you little punk? That's shitty. They actually had like second reanimate spell for second Chancellor, and we drew the Plow. It's pretty lame. She actually just refuses to move from this position too. This cat. She's just like, nope, I'm good. I'm good here. Alright, sideboard plan time. We want all of these. And probably these garbage chalices. Alright, get off my shoulder. You're being very inconvenient. Nope, get off. There you go. You want to sit somewhere, just sit in my lap. Ugh. So this is just a matchup you can sideboard a land for, right? And it's probably factory, since you actually want to make sure you have your white sources, and your factory is just not going to matter. GTA sucks. Sophie sucks. Spirit Keeper sucks. Stoneforge. Oh yeah, Stoneforge Batterskull sucks. Ballista sucks. Question is, do I want to like board out or board in chalices? I'm gonna say yes, but they're not good. If I put in Chalice, I want to cut. Leaving the Miser Mom. Fuck it. I think if anything, this Chalice just goes on 0 to prevent getting turn 1'd. Like, by Lotus Petals and stuff. They can still, like, Ritual turn 1 you, but... means they can't, like, Faithless Looting turn 1 you. They need, like, Ritual and Tombs. Alright, this hand's a Snap Keep. We even have the Miser Mom, which is really good with, like, a lot of the shit going on in this hand. We have a Plow if they turn 1 me, and we have a Remorseful Cleric if they don't turn 1 me. Grizzlebrand. Oh, thank God they didn't turn 1 me. We did it. We won game 1. Probably. Would not be surprised if my opponent cannot beat this card. Especially because now we get to next turn recruit Containment Priest. Thoughtseizes me. Well, rip that plan. We're going to leave the Mom in hand. If my opponent really wants to Thoughtseize the Mom when I have Recruiter of the Guard and Plow in hand, like, be my fucking guest. Would love to keep either of those 2 cards over Mom. Yeah, they take the Recruiter. So we're, like, less guaranteed win, but I still feel very comfortable with where we are. Yeah, exactly. If the opponent takes Mom, then we definitely win, so... I'm just gonna Wasteland this. Yeah, we want to finish the game. We're gonna attack with both. Time to get aggressive. Yeah, they could even reanimate, like... obviously, I don't want them to reanimate Grizzlebrand, but yeah, we have Mom plus Flyer to block a flying guy forever. Are they just gonna, like, flashback a looting? That's fucking fine. Just means that they have to dig harder for... Take this file up to 3. Well, we're drawing magic cards. As long as my opponent doesn't sudden shock my Remorseful Cleric, we're pretty good. Time to flashback this looting now. Deal. You get Brutality something? Yeah. I mean, these decks don't even always have Brutality as well. But, like, maybe if they Brutality me, they have to, like, discard as part of the cost to cast it, too, so... They still have Siren of Insanity in their deck on the draw against Death and Taxes. What is my opponent doing? Can we get Static in here? Because he died to Siren of Insanity, even though it's, like, very, very bad. Sure, take your pick. Take your pick, opponent. You have 2 cards in hand. I have a Remorseful Cleric in play. Has Siren of 75 at all. I mean, that's a whole nother thing, like... But, like... Definitely Sire in their deck. Don't they just die if I just let this resolve? They just take 8, go to 1, and I just... like, Mom the Cleric and kill them. Solid. I mean, give them props. I guess, like, maybe their plan was hope that I crack the Remorseful Cleric to, like, give them more time to stall. like, maybe that line was, like, more valid than I gave them credit for. Maybe it was, like, I'm dead. Maybe if they sack the Remorseful Cleric, it'll give me, like, 9 turns to actually draw an answer to a Mother of Runes. To draw another Entomb plus Reanimator. So, I mean, maybe I'm a little hard on my opponent for that line. That's definitely, like, reasonable. If they're just dead. If they don't do that. Landon should just show up. I should let people like you pay him to show up and ask people to make dumb deck building decisions what they're doing. It's like deck building decisions is one thing, because you can like cards over other things and like have thoughts whether or not they may or may not be correct about the format. But like sideboarding things are a lot more cut and dry. A little bit of it is kind of feelings and playing by ear, but leaving in Sire of Insanity against Death and Taxes on the draw just has to be very, very wrong. And is one of the probably just one of the most incorrect things. I'm just not playing against the top tier opponents today, I suppose. Miser's Mom did a lot of work that game. Is there a worse card than Mom in the deck, though? Probably not. Let's resubmit here. Hopefully we just don't get turn 1 or we have, like, Surgical. Sire is bad on the draw and bad against D&T. Yeah, exactly. Oh, fuck yeah, this hand's insane. Caracas, Surgical, Path, Rest in Peace. This hand is just gas. We're looks like a Chancellor, so we might actually be dead. Chancellor is a little bit scary, but this hand is amazing. It's funny because we still might die here if my opponent has, like, Grizzlebrand, turn 1 Grizzlebrand. Because we can, like, just Caracas it. And we have, like, we still have all these other leftover tools. How come I can never draw like this first Reanimator? Yeah, this is, like, the fucking god hand. We have a threat, 2 graveyards removal spells, the Caracas, the Path. Is Reap even that good on the draw? I mean, no, but it's definitely better than nothing. Like, it's good in tandem with all these things that prevent them from, like, murdering my face. Oh, they're just gonna, like, make a Chancellor turn 1, and then, there's a chance I'm supposed to just fire off my Surgical into their Chancellor. Oh, no, we can't. That doesn't work. Because we still need 2 mana to cast this Path. Oh, we drew another Plow. Fuck you. We're getting there. So we just got land pass. We're probably just gonna fire off this Surgical, untap, plow it. Another looting. God, I really hope they... There's a chance that maybe I was supposed to actually play Caracas there. In case they make like a Grizzlebrand. Nope. Unmask. So I do actually need to cast the Surgical in response to the Unmask, right? If they take the Surgical with the Unmask, they can... Oh no, then I can just Path and then untap and then plow it. So that doesn't matter. So this Unmask doesn't actually matter. So we can let this resolve. They also only have 1 more card in hand, so they can't actually unmask me twice. They might just take Rip. I would plow first, Path to give them a land. Path would give. You mean you would Path first? So they want. Yeah, it looks like they want me to Path their Chancellor. So we're going to Surgical, untap, and Path the Chancellor, and then Rest in Peace next turn. So that seems fine. What does it exactly do? Yeah, so I can cast this whenever. You can't. I mean, not next turn. I mean the turn after this one. Just surgical anything. They have exactly one turn to do something here. So yeah, if they have exactly like Faithless Looting or Entomb plus Reanimate spell here. Oh no, they have Thought Seeds. That's kind of annoying. But we have Thalia plus Wasteland, so. So we can definitely slow them down here. Having to path them, though, giving them that one land. There's a chance that they rebuild from this, which is horrifying considering how, like, insane our hand was. I think if we had, like, had one less piece of interaction, we might actually still lose this game. Opponent just had, like, the actual nuts. We just had the actual more nuts. Cast Wisp here. Just to get a clock on the table. Poor opponent. Don't feel bad for the opponent. Don't feel bad for the opponent. They're playing red-black reanimator. They deserve it. For fuck's sake. That was a little mean. I hope they like have it somehow. I don't know how they could even have it from here. Like massacre into like land entomb reanimate. Like they would need like 2 mana though. I don't know what they're going to do, but like I wish they could do something so we could just containment priest it. Oh no, they died. Dang. Got him. Alright, yeah, that's all it takes to beat red-black on the draw, guys. You just need to draw Surgical, Rip, Thalia, 2 removal spells, top deck Containment Priest. Just all the fucking hate in the world. 26 games, 15 wins, 11 losses, 7 out of... Man, there's so many game 3s in this matchup. I'm 8-2. I'm 2-8 in pre-board. Like in game 1s, I've won 2 of them and lost 8 of them. But I'm 13-3 in post-board wins. Red-black matchup is good, but just like winning game 1s is so hard. Like we had the hand that they had the hand that we could have actually beat in game 1, except that we were like, they're like 1 reanimate or like 1 Thoughtseize effect ahead of us the whole time. That second Chancellor was pretty brutal, game 1. The cat's finally gone. I don't know where she went, but I can finally stretch. Ugh. Now we get to move on. These games have been much more enjoyable than playing Modern, though. I should give hugs to my own cat. He doesn't like it like yours does, though. Yeah, we have a second cat who's just like a normal cat with hair and stuff. I don't know what breed she actually is, but she's a normal cat when it comes to being affectionate. But Sphinxes have very dog-like temperaments. So they love attention, they love snuggling and stuff. That's because Modern sucks. Modern does suck. Like, fuck prepping for this RBT. This is why I'm playing Legacy. I cannot actually, like, stream Modern consistently without going insane. I'm gonna, like, try to keep at it a little bit so I actually get some testing in for this RBTQ, but there's no way. I was planning on trying to, like, do November as streaming a bunch of Modern content, just to try to prep more for this RBTQ, but fuck no. Hey, we did it. Cat's a Bengal? That's cool. The GP Portland coming up, and I'm just gonna play Endos and hope I get there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just like play Black White Eldrazi Texas and hope I get there. Which, spoilers, I definitely won't. But there's a chance I still build Bant Spirits and play it. Because Bant Spirits is like vaguely interesting in terms of play patterns, but lack of experience would definitely hurt. Opponent mulligan to 6. I think this hand's fine. I just hope my opponent's not playing combo. Hard to pass up on like Aether Vial hands with a curve. Opponent mulligan is a 4. God, no, we just like playing against Dredge. Normal people can mulligan to 4. I don't know why I always assume that like aggressive mulligans mean combo decks. Turbo Depths. I'm tempted to just fucking wasteland this on their mull to 4. I think we can play Aether Vial though. And before Dark Depths next mage kill me. Alright, yeah. Got rewarded. Also, they're just gonna die here. Oh, never mind. I don't even need to wasteland this. Damn it. Damn it, Urborg. Made me click my basic lands twice. Hey, the game's over. Look at that. Could technically be like Pox or something, but I think I'm going to sideboard as if they're Turbo Depths. Which means Surgicals, Paths, Relic Warder, Recruiter, Judgments, something like that. Cut Ballista. I think I was actually supposed to like Wasteland there or something. As soon as I didn't, I was like, my opponent could actually Dark Depths, Hexmage kill me, and like that's probably not something you want to get like cheesed out of. You don't want to really like lose to that on their Molda 4, which you definitely could have done something about it. I think Wastelanding is correct. Like looking back on it, I just went with the greedy play that had a very small chance of getting punished considering they were on a Molda 4, but definitely could have gotten punished and would have felt really stupid for it. What am I cutting here? Spirit Keeper sucks. Unless they're on slow depths. If they're on slow depths, I might bring Spirit Keeper back in. GTA sucks. Probably just shave the Stoneforge package. In general, Thalia kind of sucks against Turbo Depths. Do I just cut all the Thalias? Do we have a worse card in our deck? These are fine. These are fine. These are fine. Signet Prowl's not great. Don't hate this sideboard plan, though. And before they're on Pox, and I just, like, sideboarded in a bunch of Surgicals and Path Exiles. Because there's a reasonable chance that I could just hedge my bets because the Turbo Depths matchup is so good and, like, sideboard more safely. Ah, fuck, they're on Eldrazi Post, aren't they? Didn't even think about that. Yeah, sideboarding plan actually isn't that. We board in Surgicals, which aren't great, but other than that, I think the sideboarding plan tracks pretty well here. We obviously didn't bring in Cataclysm, which is great. And I guess we also left in Mom. A couple of fuck-ups here, but our hand is also still very good against whatever their start is. I want to lead on this Vial before I just aggressively Wasteland port them down. Gain life with GTA not better than Sword. I think I want to clock them more than I want to gain life, but I'm not positive on that one. Maybe I should have Wastelanded. Thought about just Wastelanding turn 1, but definitely felt like I wanted to get this Aether Vial online. This is not. Yeah, I as soon as they put Cloud Post, I was like, oh yeah, this is just Eldrazi. This is just Eldrazi Post. I was playing the Urborg to synergize with the whatever it is, Eye of Ugin. Guess we're dialing in our really bad Mother of Runes. Pour them out for game 3 if we get there. Draw a Revoker? Ooh, deal. I'm actually just going to port this turn, though. We don't need to wasteland this yet. Probably am going to go for, like, Recruiter for a Revoker on that or something. We're also just going to attack with Mother of Runes. It's not protecting us from anything. They get to gain an extra life here, I suppose, because I didn't wasteland, but next turn we can just wasteland the post and play a whatever it's called. Phyrexian Revoker, there we go. The main reason to wasteland is Vesuva, yeah. Wasn't really considering that. Really wanted to get down Aether Vial on turn 1 once I discovered this was just a mana denial matchup. Because I wanted to, like, be able to put in threats while still attacking my opponent's mana with, like, ports and wastelands. Mom beats are real. Mom has successfully negated a Glimmer Post. And now we just get to, like, port Violent Crusaders and stuff. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have, like, Ballista from my Revoker. Oh, fucking deal. That's all they have? Now they're dead. We can also just turn that off whenever we want, but we don't need to right now. Having a free game 1 against this deck seems good. Yeah, also just, like, having this free post-board game where we just boarded incorrectly, and we're still just crushing them into the dirt because we drew Wasteland, Port. Do you usually keep in Thalizer Post? Probably not. It's mostly like we didn't board in Cataclysm, we left in Moms. Warping Whale, my Revoker. Alright, in response, I guess we'll just flicker out this Monolith and win. Both terrible. I'd probably cut both, honestly. We probably have, like, enough different cuts to make based on those sideboard decisions. I'd have to go back and, like, look at the deck list, but we probably, like, cut all the Moms and shave some number of Thalias. Alright, so we just managed to beat Eldrazi Post there, assuming they were Turbo Deaths. Easy game. Alright, where's Eldrazi Post on this list? Where's Eldrazi Stompy? Post is somewhere on here. Green 12 Post. What? Have I not played against Eldrazi Post? That seems impossible. I'm going to just have to control F this because I'm blind. Post. Oh, there it is. I am blind. 3. Wait, what? Oh, they went to 3. Okay, that makes sense. 3 matches, 8 games, 5 wins. 1 games, 2 and or 1 and 2. Still could have been turbatives, you never know. Oh yes, the classic Cloud Post, Glimmer Post, Vesuva, Grim Monolith, Chalice of the Void turbatives deck. They did never cast. They cast like what 3 spells? Chalice of the Void, Warping Whale, and Grim Monolith. They cast 3 spells over 2 games. I guess we can go back and look at how I actually would have sideboarded. I'm trying to think about like what the fuck I did and all the bad, like leaving all the equipment just because you want to like clock them. Sideboard plan looks like that probably. We brought in like these 9 cards instead. So we cut like all 3 moms when you cut 6 other cards. I don't know what we'd cut. Cut the Sanctum probably, cut all the Thalias. Probably cut all the moms and Thalias. Looked pretty acceptable. On the draw, this hand feels fine, not great. Double Wasteland could prove useful or useless. If we're playing Miracles, we're probably stone dead. But I like this hand well enough against a decent chunk of the format. Opponent, Flooded Strand Pass. Damn it. I don't think we're good against any Island Ponder deck with this hand, because they're either a combo deck or Miracles. Neither of which I'm happy to see here. They did, like, Snap Shuffle. Oh, well, Trying Vile makes me a lot more optimistic about this game. Those guys on Miracles? Alright. Snap Shuffle makes me hope he's just gonna, like, miss a land drop here and die. Oh! Please whiff! Whiff on this Brainstorm. Man, they never whiff on those Brainstorms. People don't get punished enough for keeping 1 land, 2 cantrip hands. We're just not gonna cast a Stoneforge into into Force of Wills and stuff when we have a Violent play. We're so threat light. Every creature we have matters. I really wish these Wastelands were Shot Ports. Arid Mace is a soft whiff. That's true, because they have to, like, fetch basic planes here if they want to. Not get Wastelanded. Notably, that's also why we didn't play Wasteland, to try to, like, beat them into fetching Tundras. Well, that's just rude. Because now we're casting a Stoneforge Mystic. I almost want to grab Batterskull here because Sword of Fire and Ice is not good when we don't have a lot of threats, but I think Batterskull is also just not good, so I think Sword of Fire and Ice wins out a little bit. Slam Jace. Yep. Man, I really wish we had, like, just Simeon Spirit again. Just Ancient Tomb at this Sword of Fire and Ice, murder their face. But yeah, this is shitty. Very not good for us. That Council Judgment is really mean. Would love to draw, like, not 6 lands. 7 lands? I think we're just gonna attack the Jason Flicker Wisp it. Flicker Wisp my Stoneforge, I mean. Just like want to get more threats. I think Batter Skull pretty narrowly qualifies as a threat. Probably just like Terminus me here. Yup. Fate Sealing me seems a little bit aggressive there. Not gonna lie. I don't know what that Fate Seal was all about, but that can't be right. Player on Walking Ballista, maybe? Batter Skull seems real shit. Versus Jace does prevent them from brainstorming. My other play is like Sword plus Wasteland them. We're gonna play Batter Skull. They could also just like counterspell this if they have a counter. Good old accumulated knowledge. Oh, second one, that's a lot better. Suddenly my opponent has like a full hand. Yeah. This prevents them from like drawing more cards. We can like play Sword plus pick up the Batter Skull, or like it's like draw Flicker Wisp, make 2 threats, stuff like that. So my opponent knows their top card. That's something we should be wary of. Oh, this is some shit, ain't it? We are pretty supremely dead here. Drawing 7 lands, double plow. Definitely didn't help. We kept a hand with 2 creatures, and then we are on turn 7, and then we ended the game with 2 creatures. We did specifically identify, like, oh, if we're playing against Miracles, it is not a good... It's not going to be a good time, but... It still sucks to like, die this horribly. And, like, not put up any fight. Did you ever miss trying to force Brightling? I do miss Brightling a lot, actually, specifically for this matchup. Brightling was really good at beating Miracles. Fortunately, it's very bad at beating Grixis. Brightling was still really gassed, though. That doesn't let us double spell here, still. We had, like, Wasteland to play around hard cast Force, but I easily have, like, a blue card still. Everyone, I'm sick of that dang bird. Yeah, fuck Baleful Strix. Card's a jerk. I haven't cast a single Sword Splashers yet, so maybe they're all at the bottom of his deck. Unlucky. Yeah, we're super dead. I should probably just concede. He gets their 4th Ponder here. I don't know, like, the sequencing these, but the Jason only sees one extra card. I guess the Ponder also only sees one extra card, but then you can, like, shuffle away bad cards. Don't know, like, which one of those is correct. If they reveal Force with this counterbalance, which they probably should, because they know this power falls in my hand. Yep, alright, yeah, we're good here. I assume they've been floating that Force for a while, waiting for me to cast this Batter Skull. Alright, sideboard time. Judgments, Katas. This is 8 cards. We only have 7 to board out now, because we shaved a Mom. What's another bad card in this deck? I guess we could probably still shave a land. Caracas or Wasteland? Probably Wasteland. Go down to 23 for this matchup. Caracas is still viable with, like, Thalia and stuff. Wasteland's just, like, really, really bad. Don't love Relic Order, and I think it's probably worse than every card in our deck in this configuration. I'll just submit this 60. My stream down? Oh no, I'm just loading briefly. Seems like my frame rate is tanking. It's like fluctuating pretty wildly. Looks like I am frozen, but I can't actually tell if I'm frozen or just not moving sometimes because I have like my stream on mute over in the corner here. Sometimes I look like I'm frozen, but I'm just like not moving at all. Stands pretty gas. Double Thalia is not great, but like double Vial is. I think we can keep this. I'd love if this was a port instead. Hope they force this Vial. Dang. Never lucky. Geez, frame issues seem to be steadily getting worse. Oh, that's kind of mean. Guess we have second Vial, though. Oof. I think I still want to develop this Vial here, so I can start using this port proactively in these following turns, rather than like casting a Recruiter with a card that doesn't do a lot here. Try like a Chalice or something. Terminus, what a rude guy. And we have second Thalia, so I don't really care that much. What am I doing this turn? Probably, I want to say Thaliaing, but that's pretty inefficient with this Aether Vial that we have. Maybe Thalia next turn, as good as Thalia is on this board. I do want to prevent them from just casting a Jace next turn. So it's probably either Thalia or Port.